Hi everyone, Em Weber here from Lever. I was down at the beach early on Tuesday morning and I recorded a video sharing with you a passion project that I really want key people in my network to be aware of. I was so passionate about the passion project that I spoke for 25 minutes and the team and I have decided that was too long. I need to cut to the chase. So here I am on Friday afternoon, re-recording for you. I don't know whether you have noticed it as well, but there's lots going on in the world at the moment. And whether you're a learning professional or just enjoying the ride on this planet, there's things that we can be doing to help create better outcomes for ourselves, for our organizations, and really to enjoy and thrive much more than survive or suffer through the current conditions that we can often find ourselves in. So I'm going to be putting together something that's very new. It's not part of the Lever stable right now, but I'm inviting people to become part of this, come along on the journey with me early and to get involved. So for something completely different, you'll know me probably for my work around learning transfer behavioral change and our commitment to helping people get better results from their learning. Now, this was always a little bit of a Trojan horse, not in a dodgy cybersecurity kind of way, but in a way of, I really strongly believe that helping people slow down, go internal, leveraging the iceberg, knowing that our thoughts, feelings, values, beliefs, fears, needs, and identity shape our behaviors and actions we take, we had to start doing something differently in the space of transfer, because learning, particularly around leadership and soft skills, was just not creating the impact it needs to. However, with so many things happening on the planet at the moment, I feel the need to take this work a step further. And we all talk about operating in VUCA, but VUCA first came into our vocabulary in 1987. And I almost think that now it's VUCA on steroids, and we need to be able to be in a position where we are not trying to control the roller coaster and where we are leaning into this amount of complexity and change and the opportunities that this presents us within our work and within our lives. So there's three key reasons that I want to address this issue now. And one is a challenge that I see that we perhaps as Lever and many people in organizations have been complicit in. I think we have people when they've been on training programs, or whether they're on a training program or not, they're often feeling that things around them are out of control within their organization. And if they get coaching or if they get support, the way that they're taught to go past this victim mentality, probably too strong a word, I'm working on the language, that will all unfold, is to give them a level of control on some areas. And we can see this beautiful woman here who is running on the treadmill calmly and confidently. What I'm noticing though, is if giving people a sense of control is their only mechanism, what happens is we try and have more and more control over things as things kind of get crazier and crazier and there's more requests around us. And as we do, we end up on the hamster wheel. And I think this is partly contributing to the levels of burnout and pressure that we see in our organizations today. So what I would love to see us doing is helping people operate with a sense of freedom rather than control. And we can see some of the most forward-thinking organizations, particularly shout out here to Netflix. I'm sure you've seen their culture deck in the past. They really have labeled from a very early point, they're all about freedom and not control. Other organizations like Bayer are stepping into the same. And we've seen people with Agile trying to go into that space, but have we really got the human support and the human processes right around that? And not even processes, wrong word. The human behaviors, mindset, attitudes, and support around that to create this ability to feel freedom when we're absolutely in an area with things that we can't control. So I think that's one of the first key reasons that we need to be doing things differently right now. The second challenge that I'm seeing is a lot of the time we are teaching people, particularly in the area of soft skills, to compete with the machines. If we use active listening as an example, in a way, it's taught in most cases being mechanistic, And it's kind of fake listening. I love Josh Bersham's work. I saw something that came out of the Academy, their new Sana chatbot, where they're giving people instructions and words to say. Now, if that is a support, fantastic. But in many organizations, what we really need to do is get the individual connecting into really, what does it mean to be a human? What am I really trying to communicate, rather than following a process or a script? And if we are teaching people to be like machines, quite soon, fairly soon, if not now, the machines will do it better. So what I really feel is we need to do things like teach being listening, which has been part of the Leader methodology for many years now. It's a way of being. Humans will be human better. And I also see these challenges that we've created around when we're training coaching within organizations, and we've trained coaching in a very mechanistic way. Mechanistic soft skills will not serve us well at the moment. So I'm inviting us to think about it differently. This will also takes us almost beyond the base of those critical human skills, the critical thinking, the innovation that we're seeing as skills of the future. But actually, if you go a level down, those skills are really about leveraging being human. And so this is the third reason that I feel we need to be doing something different now, is that in many of our organizations, we're taught how to manage our emotions rather than leverage our emotions. And I really want us to think about, what does it mean to be human? How can I thrive with my body, brain, and biofield along with me, rather than being in that space where I am trying to manage what it means to be human and almost reduce that for the power of mechanisms. We've come from the industrial age in the recent past, and mechanics and process and industry and machines were so important to us. But now we are going to have to step forward as people to start to do things differently. So it may mean that we need to do a little bit of a more Trojan horse maneuvers to actually get this under people's noses within organizations, and to start creating a meaningful difference in this way. But I really invite you all to come along for the journey of our N = 1 or N of 1 experiment, all still a bit working title, where I'm going to be running a 6-week skill build and investigating the paradoxes of what it means to be human, and learning and operationalizing the new action model. The old action model being part of our TLA processes, many of you might be familiar with that. But I really invite you to join me on this 6 weeks experiment phase, which 6 weeks skill build, and then go on to a 6 weeks experiment phase. I'm aiming to support people in really getting into that place where they can start to thrive. And we won't know till we experiment what this can create. But it is something I've been working on for a while, and I feel really drawn to be sharing this with you now. So if you want to be an in-game player and experiment finding your own blueprint for showing up in this future world which we're creating, do step on board. There's a 1-page fact sheet to go with this, and I really hope I've kept this video short. But thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to hearing from you, and I look forward to stepping into this journey with you. Thanks, everyone. Cheers. Bye. Emma from Lever Transfer of Learning, signing off from the beach. Bye.